Happy New Year, market snipers. This is Jesse. This is the last Bitcoin update of 2023. And depending on where you're at, it might already be 2024, wherever you're located across the globe, across the world. But here we still have 7 more hours to go in 2023. We're going to squeeze out one last Bitcoin update. We just had another Bitcoin candle close on the weekly chart. So we're going to take a look at it. We'll dive into the charts together. But first, one question we've been asking for the last 3 weeks since back here, December 8th, December 9th, would price go up and hit longer term target 4, which it has not yet. It's hit 3 out of the 4 targets so far, or would it come back down for a retracement? And in both scenarios, there would be a future buy the dip scenario in both of them. So we're not expecting it to go to $150,000 Bitcoin before the halving, and we're not expecting it to go to $10,000 before the halving. So will it hit the higher target first? We don't know yet. Or will it come back for retracement first before that? So before we take a little bit deeper dive into this chart, we're going to try to keep this to about 10 minutes or so. So we're going to just take a look at what we've been talking about. This is the Bitcoin halving clock. It's estimated to be April 17th. It was estimated to be the 18th for a while. And before that, it was estimated to be April 13th. So again, it's just an estimate, but give or take a few days or a week, it's probably going to be pretty close to, that 13th through 18th. And right now it's currently April 17th. So we'll keep an eye on it. The halving tracker, we've been talking about and covering it on the live streams a lot and the Bitcoin updates. You can see that a lot of times in the previous cycle, well, not a lot of times, in the previous cycles, doesn't mean it's going to happen again. Doesn't mean it's ever going to happen again like it did in previous cycles. But just to kind of point out that right around that 1,300 to 1,300 and just call it 20, 30 days, it's kind of peaked out according to the halving tracker that they lay out these charts and stuff. And of course, I liked it over here, and I've been following them for about 2.5 years. And I had a comment over here: days and price hasn't changed in like a week. So I don't know who's running it now, but the current price and 1,318 days has not changed in over a week. So it's kind of funny. So I had to post it over there and call them out on that. And it looks like this Anders did as well. So with that, could be a peak here. We've been talking about it. We've been covering it even before the 1,300 days. We've been watching it, and it could be peaking out prior to the next halving, and then start to make its reversal also before the halving. So we'll continue to watch it. We don't hold too much weight to it, but we do keep an eye on it over time. So quick recap: if we look at it, prices oversold back here. Then we went into bullish divergence on September 11th, followed by a reversal candle, followed by a higher low, followed by a higher low, and then price took off to the upside. Since then, we've been talking about price being overbought. We've been talking about bearish divergence. We talked about the reversal after the bearish divergence, which was looking very similar to back here. So we're aware of a possible pullback. Right here, we're talking about that it could be a possible lower high, but it wasn't confirmed yet, and it wasn't, right? Then we had another possible lower high, wasn't confirmed. As price continued to go sideways and was wicking up to the upside, we put out a line here at 37,850-ish, and we said, hey, if we get a candle close back above it, we're going towards possible higher target number 4, right? And it did. It pushed up higher, got all the way up to about $45,000, roughly, just shy of it, and now it's been consolidating sideways. So back here, we pointed out on the live stream. It's all documented. It's on the video updates. We had 2 scenarios laid out, right? And we'll put on the targets and stuff right now. We still have 2 potential targets laid out, right? 2 scenarios. It's either price is going to come back up and hit target 4, the longer term target 4, which it has not yet. So it's been consolidating sideways, or it's going to have a retracement first before coming out. So the 2 scenarios that I laid out and are still valid today, in my personal opinion. Obviously, none of this is financial advice, educational purposes only. And hopefully you find it a little bit of entertaining from time to time. With that, smash a like, smash the subscribe button, and comment if you have any follow-up questions. I'll be happy to try to answer all of them. I think I do pretty good at answering all of them. With that, help me, help you, help me. I appreciate it. So we kind of laid this out. We talked about it back here. The two scenarios would kind of play out like this, right? And we drew it out back here. Price would come down, come back up, break back down, possibly put in a lower high, then come down and hit these targets. Obviously, these targets would change. Maybe it would just come down like this, right? Find support, and that would be the next possible buy the dip scenario before the next halving, right? This would obviously be ideal, right? Because you get the higher prices, comes back down, puts in a lower high, and then comes all the way back down before the next halving. This is what we've been talking about, we've been covering for the last 3 weeks, right? So then it put in another higher low and then start to make its move out. Maybe it's not that steep, right? Maybe it comes down even like one last time, puts in another higher low, right? It's possible before the halving and then starts to come back out. So that would be that was scenario one for like 3 weeks, right? So then we started having pending sell signals the past few days. And so then I was talking about, well, if we do get a sell signal, and of course, if we do get a lower high confirmed, which it has not yet, then we would be leaning towards scenario two. And so scenario two is laid out that we would be looking at, price coming down like this, putting in a higher low, maybe another higher low. And we talked about this. Maybe a few of them comes back down, hits target one, and then starts to come back down like this, right? And then who knows how low it goes. Maybe it puts in bullish divergence, puts in another higher low, and then continues out like that, right? So that was scenario two. If we get that sell signal, which we didn't. And if you look back here, kind of zoom in here, we had a pending sell signal back here. We had a pending sell signal here. We even had a pending sell signal on yesterday, right? And then today we did not. We did not have a pending sell signal here. And I even posted this over on the Twitter X app. And I'm going to send out the detailed notes and the final free newsletter of 2023. I'm going to be sending that out, but I'm going to try to fit. It probably will go out later tonight for me. But right now I want to get this video done. The Minnesota Vikings play in about 4 minutes, so I'm going a little bit faster, and I wanted to knock out all these details. So if I missed the beginning of it, whatever, it is what it is. I wanted to get this video out, and I want to get my thoughts out. So either way, whether it hits target 4 first or hits these targets first, right, then we'd be looking at the next possible buy the dip scenario. And even on this next buy the dip scenario, it would look kind of like that, right? So it would go through a longer consolidation. It would retrace some of these areas, right? And these targets, if price does come back up like this, these targets will be adjusted, and I'll go back in and adjust the targets to make sure that they're laid out precisely. As of right now, it's based off of this pivot point here at just above 45,500. It's based off of that. So that's what we're kind of watching. Those are the two scenarios that we're still watching on Bitcoin, and those are our main thoughts. I think it's less likely. Obviously, it's possible, right? It's less likely, in my opinion. It just goes sideways forever, right? That would be scenario three. I'm not even paying attention to that. And of course, there's another scenario. It just goes straight up, right? So the perma bulls would just say it's up only, it's straight up forever, or possibly straight down. One thing I want to show you, though, one thing I want to show you before you go, don't forget to take profits along the way. Don't forget that it's never a guarantee that we're going to get another bull run, right? That's my main thought. It's my main thesis. I really hope we get another bull run. Everything's been working out according to the halving tracker since previous cycles. A lot of differences, but a lot of similarities as well. But I just want to say it's never a guarantee. So in my opinion, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't think it's up only forever. Many influencers were caught off guard in the last cycle, thought it was up only forever. They didn't take profits of 61,000 like I did. And we will do our very best to sniper the tops again. And we'll be watching every single day, covering every single day, putting out these Bitcoin updates at least weekly. And if it's more important, we'll do it earlier, right? But just one thing to keep in mind, right? TRB, right? Someone pushed it all the way up to $625, and then it was pushed right back down with a reverse candle on the daily chart. Even if you look on the 4-hour chart, it was ultra bullish, skyrocketed in like one like 2 hour chart or whatever it was, right? Skyrocketed in about 6 hours and then reversed straight back down. So just remember, right? Even on the 2 hour chart, it can pump up 214%. And then in 1 2 hour candle, it can drop 72%. So just remember, Bitcoin, expect 20 to 30 plus percentage pullbacks along the way, even if we get into the bull run in mid 2024, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four, and into 2025. Expect 20 to 30% pullbacks along the way. And then in crypto, expect 40, 50, 60, and even 70% pullbacks in a short period of time. So my purpose is, don't forget to take profits along the way. It's not up only forever, and it's not down only forever. And we were there at the bottom, 16,800, calling out, just like we said at the top, that we will be there to buy the right dip. So with that, I hope everyone has a happy new year. Let me know if you have any follow-up questions in the comments. Please like it. Please subscribe. Please share it with all your family and friends. Help me help you. And we'll see you on the other side of 2024. And again, the stock market's closed tomorrow. So we'll be on the live streams back Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. With that, thank you and have a great, safe, fun evening.